Ku terlihat lagi, ku terdengar lagi suaramu di tempat biasa. Ingatkah kau kini, sadarkah kau kini, kita memang sudah tak bersama. Sepakat kita akhiri semua, perjalanan panjang berakhir tak satu tujuan, bertahan dengan berbagai cara. Namun sepertinya sekarang ku akan menata ulang kisah ini, bila itu yang baik untuk kita. Menata ulang kisah ini, semoga yang terbaik untuk kita. Ku terlihat lagi, ku terdengar lagi suaramu di tempat biasa. Oh, oh, ingatkah kau kini, sadarkah kau kini, kita memang sudah tak bersama. Sepakat kita akhiri semua, perjalanan panjang berakhir tak satu tujuan, bertahan dengan berbagai cara. Namun sepertinya sekarang ku akan menata ulang kisah ini, bila itu yang baik untuk kita. Menata ulang kisah ini, semoga yang terbaik untuk kita. Pejamkan matamu, temukan ku di sana. Ku kan menata ulang kisah ini, bila itu yang baik untuk kita. Menata ulang kisah ini, semoga yang terbaik untuk kita. Menata ulang kisah ini, semoga yang terbaik untuk kita.
Talk about vocals in there.
Ify Alyssa, everybody.
Wow,
Hello.
wow.
Good morning.
Good Have a seat, please.
Yes.
Congratulations, because I heard that the full Manata album released today.
Oh.
Right? Right. And what's interesting
Debut.
was that, you know, her performance of this song Manata is actually the same song, or the same title of the whole album in itself.
Amazing.
So how do you
Okay.
feel, first of all?
Happy and
Yeah?
nervous, but mostly excited.
Because you haven't been doing a lot of music for about a year, right?
Yep.
So what made you want to come back to all these things and continue it now?
Because I simply love music and
Yeah.
I really want to come back and do more music in this year, I hope.
Okay, now let's talk about Manata, by the way. Congratulations.
Thank
the debut
you.
is today.
Yes.
Amazing to have you on board in our program.
Of course.
But if you, of course, we want to know that, well, let's talk about the song itself. What, is this your own story, or can you share like the essence of the, you know, the song itself, the story behind it?
Maybe I want to share about the whole album first. So I choose Menata as the title of the album because it really, the word Menata means organizing. That really suits the title of the album. And I want to share most of my personal story.
Right, so this is take parts, as I presume, right? In
Yeah.
the songs that you put in this album, Manata itself. So can you take us to the journey when your audiences, your listeners, your fans are listening to this Manata album? What kind of journey that you're going to intake for them by listening to your songs?
I hope they can relate to my song.
Of course.
About the lyrics,
Yes.
maybe, because I feel like many people also have the same story with me. They can also feel sad and happy, and we can cope again and be okay again.
And sometimes I just felt when it's a song, because I thought Manata was somewhat, not like you having this kind of like a disclosure with your significant other. You're trying to reorganize yourself. And maybe the relationship that you have, that maybe you're not a couple anymore, but you can be friends or whatnot, whatever would that be. But I felt when you sing that song, there's, sometimes when we hear these kind of songs, the melody is kind of different.
I
It would
noticed that too.
Right?
Yep.
It was somber, it would go a little, but yours is
Cheerful.
and encouraging. And I'm like, yes,
And
we
very
should be
cute.
like this. Yeah.
But if you listen to the lyrics, it's like, oh, it's actually a bit serious.
Yeah, you're like
you know?
reorganizing like yourself.
life and
Yeah, it's about like letting go, but in a more cheerful way.
On a positive note.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
to be fair, there's a lot of ways for you to let go, but I think, for you to make music that have a lot of meaning behind it, what was the inspiration behind creating all that? Did you play a role in this whole album yourself?
Yeah, basically, I've been through a lot in the past 2 years.
Don't we all, girl?
I felt happy and sad in the very same time.
Yeah.
So I tried to write my feelings and put it on my songs in this album.
So what made you want to make it into music? Is that like an outlet for you, to make yourself happier? Is like your diary of some sort?
Yeah, I kind of more like I like journaling, and I like to express myself through words. That I want to write my own song based on my personal experience. Before I didn't really write a song based on my personal experience.
Oh, okay. But how does it feel now that you're kind of sharing? Because once you already share somewhat parts of your journey, you're quite opening up to the world.
Yeah.
So some people will kind of like, if you're, let's say, a very conservative person, then now people kind of like know a little bit
About
of
your life, yeah.
Is this something that you're comfortable with?
At first, I guess it's kind of weird. The feelings are, I don't feel familiar with that feeling, but I'm okay.
That's good.
It's
a part of your journey.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's part of my journey.
It's interesting that you say it's, a different experience. What was it like before when you created, different songs in the past?
I like to write songs based on my friends' experience or just a story that I want to make.
Right, okay, but now it's more reflective to yourself. I think it's much more personal now.
Yeah.
Since you're sharing your
But
story.
it can be also a good thing.
Of course, of course. Now let's talk about your album, Manata. You're featuring 8 songs, including 3 that was previously released. That was Semesta Menari, Roda-Roda, dan Istimewa. Have you made any changes for this album now?
For the arrangement, it's basically the same.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So nothing changes. It's
Nothing
just it's a part of your journey that is on the album.
Yeah.
Manata.
So the musical style, would it fair to say that, your taste in music is very uplifting the whole way through?
Not really, but compared to the previous album, maybe before the gap is like 5 years, so it kind of affect me about my perspective and the way that I want to arrange my song through the sound. So sound-wise, I think this album is more wide than before. Yeah.
I mean, you're growing, right?
Yeah.
Maturing, evolving, especially you yourself personally, and now to your music. Now, when you're now in this stage, is this something that you felt like this is me? You know, the nuance of your music, your personality, I mean, your character that you want to be known, this is who you are right now in the present day.
Yeah, of course. I always try to be myself when I express it through music, but since this is my first time releasing an album based on my personal experience, it's more like the sense of belonging is like bigger than before. Yeah.
Yes. Is that why you took about a year for you to kind of organize this?
And come back to the old ways.
And, you know, and try, okay, this is it.
Yeah, maybe 2 years.
2 years.
I collect and completed all the songs first, and then the studio session made like a year.
Okay.
Oh, well, you know, again, going back to what you said, Caroline, you talked about developmental stages there.
Yes.
Actually, this album, interestingly, has 3 phases, right?
Yeah.
So with these 3 phases, do they reflect the journey of your life and the, you know, what you've been experiencing? And can you tell me more about what these phases represent for you?
Okay, so in this album, Menata, I have 3 phases that I've been through. The first stage is the happy stage, falling in love stage, and then
Everything is okay.
yeah, everything is okay. To start the day, I have Roda-Roda and Semesta Menari about falling in love, and Bersemi is about giving a second chance, but it's not my personal experience.
Okay.
It's my friends. And then the second phase is the gloomy version.
So they kind of break your heart a
Yes.
little bit.
Yeah, it's Dalam Gurauan.
Okay.
I wrote Dalam Gurauan. It's like friendship breakups.
Oh, those hurt
More than the
Exactly.
relationship.
Partnership.
Yeah, no, that really hurts.
Yeah.
And I want to write a song about friendship breakups. And I wrote Berhenti, means stop, like I can't do this anymore in a relationship. And Istimewa,
Okay.
it's like letting go, but in a positive way. We can be friends again, maybe someday, but
There's a
we
space
yeah,
between.
Yeah, we
So
have
that's the
space.
3 phases that you
And then the last phase is the acceptance. Menata and terima kasih.
Oh, wow.
Thank you for all the
Okay.
journey.
I have to listen to your album.
No, I'm checking it out right now on my phone.
Yeah.
So there's 8 songs. as I
Yeah.
see here. I think the camera's gonna pick it up in a little bit.
Uh-huh.
So you said the first couple ones, the first ones are the ones that you said about, you know, finding the love part, the rose-tinted glasses, and then is it nearing the middle where you start feeling a bit of the oddity?
Yeah.
And then the last one is when you have the acceptance.
Yeah.
I mean,
So, wow.
that's every phases in life.
That
right?
is true. That is true.
Life is like a roller coaster ride. You will never be in that one phase. It will just circle back. I mean, that is the circle of life. You're talking about Lion King. And it's good that you made these songs and, you know, share the parts of your journey or whoever that is close to you.
Yeah.
And these really resonates with your audiences. Now,
As we go through probably the
of
same
course,
stuff.
knowing this, that you can reach your audiences in very, you know, pure, you know, with this purifications of feelings and whatnot, how do you feel that you can make this, you know, kind of music and really hopefully could change someone's life or make people felt like, yes, I'm hearing you as you're going through this?
Yes, since this is my personal experience, so many people like I kind of feel it too. I have my own story. They have their own story, and they kind of share it to me. So I feel like I have a lot of friends that
Yes.
feeling the same way.
Aw, so you
Yes.
call your fans also your friends.
Yeah,
That's
of course.
really, really sweet.
I call them teman seirama.
Oh, that is
That's
so
adorable.
cute. Yes,
That's
I
really
love that.
adorable. I do have a question though. So, you know, you were making your own songs. That's one thing. But how has it been in terms of your own personal challenges to make a song for your friend? Because then you have to take parts of their life and then, you know, try to make it as musically, you know, emotionally connected to what they felt.
Yeah.
Was it a challenge for you to represent their emotions?
Of course, it's a challenge, but it's also fun to hear someone's story, and I can make a new story
Yeah.
with their own story. Yeah.
All right, Ify, I wish that I'm your friend, and I'll be like sharing you my story.
I would be excited. I'd be more than happy to.
I'll write it down.
Thank you. That's like me.
Take all the experiences that I had, make it into something beautiful, please.
I know. Now, Ify, of course, we know of of your new album, but right now, of this Manata album, if you could choose one track, one song,
It's like choosing a baby.
I know, right? Right now, that represent your journey currently, what would be?
Oh my God, that's a very hard question. If I had to choose my favorite track, maybe it's Berhenti.
Okay.
Because I really like how it turned out from scratch until the master version.
Okay.
I really like it, but represents my current situation.
Your current situation.
Maybe Terima Kasih.
Terima kasih.
Really want to say thank
so
you.
you like the end bits.
Yeah. Really want to say thank you to all the journey and the lessons for this past 2 years.
Well said. Well said. Terima kasih. Thank you very much, then, Ify, for coming here and
Thank
sharing with us of your new personal album, Manata. And we wish that, all the success, and definitely these songs will really resonate to all of us that listen to it. Thank
We're
you very
definitely
much.
going to listen in later after this.
Let's do it, girl. Thank you so much, Ify.
Thank you.
We'll see you again very soon. But right now, folks, we're taking a short break, and after the break, we'll have more further updates. Just stay tuned right here on the C Morning Show, only on C Today. We'll be right back.